There's a lot of talk about vertical ground reaction forces. Very few people are talking about negative lead leg horizontal. Big fancy word for measuring how well you post up on your lead leg so that you don't actually fall, go through or slide through the golf ball. So if you're applying vertically, if you don't push back, because obviously we start pushing towards the golf ball if I'm a right-handed player, I have to be able to post to then drive that vertical straight up. Think of like rushing water, hitting a dam and bouncing up, right? That's what we need to create. So if we look over here, both of these guys are this is the exact point of their peak vertical output on their lead legs. This guy here, he has 116 mile an hour club head speed. This guy on the left is swinging about 8 miles an hour faster, right? He's at almost 9 miles an hour faster, almost 125 miles an hour. Now, if we look over here, look at the peak force. So 1,068 Newtons. And if we go back to the guy in the green, 1,051 Newtons, right? So pretty much this is their peak vertical force at this point in their golf swing. That is their peak lead leg vertical forces. So they're pretty much equal. Now, so then how does this guy swing 8 miles an hour slower than this guy? So this is where we talk about negative horizontal. So this is the guy on the right, the slower guy. So this is pushing off of his right foot. He's generating 128 Newtons. Okay, so he's pushing off with 100, if you don't know what a Newton is, think of it as like pounds, whatever you want to think about, it doesn't really matter. Just, it's a measure of how much he's pushing at 128. But then when he gets to the left, he actually only pushes back less than 70. So it's about half as much. So if he's pushing 128 this way, if you don't push 128 back, like you're gonna end up falling through. So you're gonna leak power going through that lead side, right? But now compare that. This is the faster golfer. Off of his right foot, he's pushing 166 Newtons, okay? But look at his lead. 355 negative back. He's basically doubling his push back on that lead leg, which is gonna allow him to push and really come through the golf ball. And that's gonna be what allows him to optimize and utilize all of that vertical force to create that club head speed. So it's not a matter of how much necessarily, it's most importantly is when and timing. So we found two guys that are pretty similar timing. Then the next is how do the other forces work together? And so this golfer over here, if we play it through, as he comes through, kind of out through there, we play this guy through. You see he almost pushes backwards, right? That's the negative force going through, coming back. It's what you see in all the long drive guys too, where you see that front foot almost come back. So if you have good vertical force, but you don't have the appropriate amount of negative horizontal on the lead leg, meaning you don't post well enough, that's something that you can work on. There's tons of drills to do that. And we're gonna share those in later posts, but just wanted to kind of give you an idea of how we look at this and measure this and what the numbers and when we see like objectively, how they potentially look when you're looking at video.